I'm doing it for my daughter.
Real quick, though, I want to go back to the artistic. This show, what's so brilliant about it is the transition, the art. Why do we live, Sam, in this postmodern world where every building looks like a Costco? The new Texas Ranger Stadium looks like a damn Costco. Why have we lost, even in our TV shows, every show that you watch on Netflix doesn't have the same level of artistry that you guys have? Why have we lost that in the media and architecture and every aspect of our modern life?
It's hard to talk about because it's all interdependent. It's small things that are all interlinked, and they combine to generally lower the quality of life and lower our humanity and our dignity. And if you start talking, you can pick any one thing to start talking about it, whether it's the racial disintegration that's being pushed on certain groups of people. Stuff, you can pick any thread to start pulling apart, and you can go off for 2 hours and sound crazy. But it's just because every possible attack surface on humanity right now is under attack, and that's why the quality of life is being lowered across the board for everybody.
Well, Sam, you're exactly right, because you can look at like homeless architecture, how they have specific architecture so a homeless guy can't even sit on a bench. Or they don't even want you to be able to sit on a bench. And then I was watching another video on YouTube about how the airport terminals at Heathrow Airport are purposely drab and don't have stuff in certain areas because they want you to go where all the shops are and stuff. So we purposely make stuff ugly and gross in order to encourage people to shop and waste money on shit that they don't need. So is this done? So you're telling me that they're doing this? This is a targeted attack of a lack of artistry done to.
It's a combination. It's like anything. It's a combination of targeted attacks and just the sort of natural phenomena that arise when there's introductions of new technology and new ways of life. And there are certain technologies and ways of life that are so advantageous to use that if you don't use them, you get left behind in the dust. It's not necessarily because someone top down is imposing these structures on society all the time. It's just that the combination of these effects leads to this degradation that's happening.
I know. I mean, it just feels like every building that you see, there's nothing left in the gas tank. So I think that I don't know if you guys would agree with me, but we are getting dumber as a civilization. And you look at Idiocracy is basically a documentary. So how do you guys, Sam, and I want to ask you first, I really like Charles.
The black pill, Stein, the black pill, there's black pills everywhere. It's to be cynical. You sound like the smartest guy in the room if you're the most cynical person in the room, and you say that the sky is falling and everything's ending, because you are right 99% of the time, and in 99% of the circumstances that you can look at. You're correct if you say this is bad. You know what I mean? Cynics are correct. The flip side of that, though, is that the reason we're here is because we're the product of innumerable battles across time and space that have been won by the optimists, by the people who try. So the antidote to the black pill is just to be the 1% that is actually trying to push things forward, to hold together society, to hold together a local bubble of strength and safety, and do good work. And that's what, we look around, there's bad stuff everywhere, but there's also good stuff everywhere. Life is a preposterously miraculous gift. And the reason for all the good stuff that there is in life, it's not because some smart aleck 2,000 years ago was like, everything's bad. It's because, 2,000 years, the people that we come from, they fought to continue existing and to make life better for their descendants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. And I think really what makes you guys special is you guys do not give two shits what people think. You guys are unapologetically yourself. But then the reason why I do get, and you're right, it shouldn't be black pill, but then I look at guys like Elon Musk. He's the most powerful guy in the world. I think Elon Musk is kind of a douche, personally. I mean, I think he's full of shit. A lot of stuff he says. He kind of has Jeffrey Epstein vibes, trying to get all these girls pregnant and be a deadbeat dad. So I don't know. I see him being one of the most powerful guys, and everybody on Twitter sucking his dick. It does kind of make me. It feels like we live in a fruitless society. Like in the future, if he's our best fucking representation of the modern man and success, we're fucked.
I think Elon he's definitely autistic, and he's probably using too much ketamine. But I also think he's one of the great men of our age, and I mean, who knows what the end result of his life's work is going to be, but I'm not sure getting caught up in like a cult of personality thing with Elon makes a big difference one way or the other. I think we should probably just let him cook and make sure that these AI guys don't do too much freaky shit.
What does this war matter when pornography is legal, when sports are still going on, when Hollywood is allowed to make subversive, satanic content, I guess if you want to call it that? You're being replaced in your own homeland. You're not even allowed to have a homeland because you're a son of Adam and they want you dead. What does a foreign war mean to me? You know what it means to me? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
It means nothing to me. And I have empathy or sympathy for people that have to deal in war-torn places, of course. But what are you supposed to do about that? The only thing you can do is pray. It's the only power you have. Mankind's only power is that of prayer. And if you abdicate that, you become just like a vile, fallen angel demon with no lifeblood. You have no life breathed into you. They have no souls. They have no power. They need to fool mankind to do their bidding. That's what it is.
Prayer is what needs to be done.
That's the only power is prayer. That's it. And not getting black-pilled. If you get black-pilled, you abdicate your power of prayer.
What does black-pilled mean?
Black-pilled means totally demoralized to where we've
Almost
already
atheist?
lost everything. Yeah. We've lost everything. The ruler's just going to do what they want. When the black pill is evidence that a demoralization against praying and against faith and hope is the prime target for this warfare.
So black-pilled means giving up.
Giving up. It's learned helplessness. It's necessary for a prison or a panopticon to operate properly. Otherwise, the people would kill their rulers.
We got Tiani Wang with $20. Where to get more advice regarding women, like what you said about cutting short, complaining. Also, where to get clothes and shoes? I'm 5'8".
The store.
The Chris Lynch store.
The Chris Lynch store. Patrice O'Neill, Black Phillip, Chateau Hartiste. On Twitter, there's a guy who I think he reposts Chateau Hartiste stuff and he gets like no traction. I don't understand why, because his account it's called Fort Worth Playboy or something. Is this him? Yeah. Fort Worth FW Playboy. Posts goods. He reposts Chateau Artiste stuff. I think he posts some of his own stuff too, but this is worth following. The very best one, and you're not gonna like this. My brother, is this janky ass website from fucking, I mean, it says 2015, but this looks like it's from 2007. masculineprinciple.blogspot.com. This one right here will get you right. Now listen, the important point is with this stuff here, with the dark triad and the essentially black pill on women, like finding out what female nature is it's pretty close to a black pill. It's vitally important that once you read this and internalize it and know what's going on. Another very good one is Stefan Molyneux's relationship call-ins. They're fantastic. Once you internalize this stuff, you take in the black pill. You really have to reject stuff that is too cruel. Otherwise, you're going to end up basically a gay man. You're going to end up a lonely gay man. This guy, Paul Elam, he said something like crazy out of pocket recently that was like an anti-woman thing. Jordan Lee Peterson. We love Jordan Lee Peterson.
Maybe a short.
It's not going to be easy to find the clip. There's a part where there's a clip of Jordan Lee Peterson going, well, a woman's love is love of the devil, because a woman's god is the god of the moon, is the devil. A woman's love is evil. That's the Jordan Lee Peterson thing. So there's you have to understand the black pill, but you have to temper that with kindness and mercy, because it is the man's job to take care of women. That's how it goes: God, man, woman, child, dog. And that's the chain of love. Like, a child can never love a mother the same way that a mother loves a child. It's just not the same. And a woman can't, with some rare exceptions, probably with black women, honestly, because they sort of switch it around and make the man into the child. But a woman can't really love a man back the same way a man loves a woman, and that's just the thing. And it's also there's a quote by somebody that God's love for the greatest sinner, for the worst sinner, is greater than the holiest man's love of God. You ever hear any shit like that?
No.
Something like that. Are you Orthodox? I'm sure you'll know the quote that I'm talking about, but that holds true. That's the chain there. So as a man, it is your job to love a woman, and if you can't make that happen, it's because of you. So you cannot take this this dark triad black pill stuff so far that you shun women and become MGTOW. And I have sympathy for the MGTOW people. I think Sandman is one of the funniest YouTube personalities ever. Sandman here, Sandman MGTOW, and there's value in that content. But you, at some point in your life, you are going to have to love a woman and take care of her in a way that is sort of kind of selfless. And you just have to know, you have to be tuned in and know what the rules should be to make sure that they don't, step out of line. Huh.
Over-socialized ape with the 20. Sam, how do young men deal with black pill realities while also trying to be successful in modern society? Do young men need to live in a cognitive dissonance in order to be successful?
Yes.
Or should they be true to themselves?
No. You're going to need to live with cognitive dissonance, and you're going to need to not be true to yourself. There's a line, obviously. It's up to you where you're gonna toe that line, but many a lad has fallen prey to the HR department due to some based tweets, and there's very little you can do about that. There's very little you can do while tweeting with your real name. So yeah, you do have to kind of just suck it up and live with it. You don't want to change the way you think based on the environment, but life has always been difficult, and navigating life now, it's more of a psychic, emotional, mental difficulty than a physical one. But that is your lot in life, so suck it up.
Life is a preposterously miraculous gift